It was November 5th, the sun bright over the city as cameras flashed and reporters whispered. But in that moment, William didn't seem like a prince. He looked like a son, one who never stopped missing his mother. His dark blue blazer caught the light. His remembrance pin glimmered softly, but his eyes told a story far older than the moment itself. That story began 34 years ago, when Princess Diana stood in the very same place, radiant in her gentle grace, her eyes filled with the same compassion that made the world fall in love with her. Her photograph at that spot became iconic, a picture that carried both peace and strength. Now her son had returned to that sacred place, almost as if the circle of time had quietly closed itself. As he looked up at the giant statue, arms stretched open across the city, it wasn't just a royal visit. It was remembrance. A mother's presence seemed to linger in the air, invisible but undeniable. William has often spoken about how much he thinks about the kind of world his children will inherit. As a father to George, Charlotte, and Louis, he carries the same compassion that once defined his mother. In his own words, "Unless we act boldly now, that future is at risk." Those words echo the same purpose Diana lived by. When Diana visited Brazil in 1991, her presence wasn't about glamour. It was about connection. She visited hospitals, held the hands of the sick, and embraced those society had forgotten. She broke barriers with kindness, showing the world that love and humanity could exist even within the walls of royalty. They called her the people's princess, not because of her crown, but because of her heart. William has carried that torch ever since. He once said, "I wanted her to be proud of the person I would become." And looking at his journey today, from his Earthshot environmental initiatives to his mental health campaigns, and it's clear that he has lived that promise. In Rio, the world saw something more than a photo recreation. They saw a son continuing his mother's mission. The resemblance between the two images, Diana in 1991, William in 2025, is haunting, almost poetic. Time has changed everything, and yet, in that moment it felt like nothing had changed at all. Two souls separated by decades, connected by legacy. It wasn't just nostalgia. It was the living proof that love doesn't end when life does. It continues quietly in gestures like these. As William stood there, the Brazilian wind sweeping across his face, there was a sense of peace, of closure. He didn't need to say anything, and the photograph said it all. For him, this wasn't about public memory. It was personal healing. Maybe that's why millions of people around the world felt something when they saw those photos. A strange mix of loss and beauty, grief and grace.